In this video, we are going to discuss about the central limit theorem. Specifically, we will discuss how to solve the standard error of the mean and the probability. So to define a central limit theorem, it says here that central limit theorem states that the sampling distribution of the mean approaches a normal distribution as the sample size increases. As you all know, in a sampling distribution, we will get a sample from our population. Okay? And after getting this sample, we usually graph if kumusta ang iyang mga data sa ato ang sample. So the central limit theorem wishes to say that the more sample that we will get from our population, instead of the graph nga ina iyang purma, kung daghan tang kuhaon nga sample, it will become a normal distribution or a normal curve. So that is the definition or the meaning for central limit theorem. And for us to know kung kaniya to ang sample nga gikuha from our population is accurate, meaning dili siya ingon nga bana-bana o dili siya bias, we will use a specific formula which is what we call the standard error of the mean. Okay, so which measures the degree of accuracy of the sample mean that we're getting. So the formula for that is this one. Okay, so this one is denoted by standard deviation of the sample mean is equal to the standard deviation divided by the square root of n, which n stands for the sample size. Okay, so how do we use this in solving? Okay, so for example, we have here an activity. So determine the standard error of the mean for each of the following sample size n, given that the population standard deviation is 30. So round off your answer to the nearest 100. So we will only get two numbers after the decimal point. So how do we solve the standard error of the mean? Okay, using this formula. So first is you write first the formula. So our formula is standard deviation of the sample mean is equal to the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Okay, so for letter A, our given here is we have n is equal to 5, and we need to get, since naa naman ni, so we need to find what is the standard population standard deviation. So in the problem, the population standard deviation is 30. So our population standard deviation is 30. So all you need to do is substitute. So formula is standard deviation of the mean is equal to 30 divided by the square root of 5. So in our calculator, so the answer is 13 point. Since we only need to get two numbers after the decimal point, so the answer is 13.42. So this is now our standard error of the mean. Okay, next, number 2. Let's try number 2. How can we solve number 2? So number 2 is our n is 12, meaning that is our sample size, and for our population standard deviation is the same, is 30. So all you need to do is substitute. Okay, so this is 30 divided by the square root of 12. So using your calculator again, so 30 divided by the square root of 12. So the answer is, so therefore our standard error of the mean is equal to, so we need to get two numbers after the decimal point, so the answer is 8.66. Okay, so that's how you solve for the standard error of the mean. So for letter C, D, and E, you will answer that in your activity booklet. Next is I will teach you how to solve for the probability of the sample mean using the central limit theorem. So before that, the central limit theorem is important because it teaches researchers to use a limited sample to make intelligent and accurate conclusions about a greater population. Meaning, for central limit theorem, it is very useful for researchers, especially in getting samples from a population. And they should make sure that these samples are closely accurate to the population that they are studying. So it also justifies the use of a normal curve method for a wide range of problems. So meaning, when you say central limit theorem, it goes hand in hand with normal curve. And once the sample is in normal curve, we can say that the findings of the research is valid and accurate. Okay? Since you already know the importance of central limit theorem, let us now discuss on how to solve the probability of sampling distribution. So in solving for the probability of sampling distribution, we need these 3 steps in order to find the probability of sampling distribution. So the first is you're going to write the given and what are you going to find in the problem. Okay, so the given and the probability that you wish to find. For step 2, we're going to convert our sample mean into a standard score, which is also known as the z-score. So the formula that we're going to use for step 2 is Kinsella. Okay, so it may be that you will use this formula, or it can be you will also use this formula nga naa sa ubos. Okay, so it depends man god kung unsay naa sa given. It's either you're going to use the first z formula or the second z formula. Okay? So mo na siya. And then the third step is we are going to, after we have done with this first step and second step, the third step is we're going to graph, okay, our normal curve, and we are going to shade and solve for the area of our normal curves. And since we're looking for the area of the normal curve, I want you to prepare the normal table because we will use this one later as we solve for the probability of the sampling distribution. Okay, so these are the 3 steps. The first step is you're going to write the given and the what probability you wish to find. The second is you are going to convert our sample mean into standard scores. The third one is we are going to graph and solve for the area, and after which we will convert it into percentage in order to find the probability of the sampling distribution. Okay, so let's try to solve for the first problem that you can find in page 8. Okay, so according to the problem, assume that the variable is normally distributed. The average time it takes a group of senior high school students to complete a certain exam is 46.2 minutes, while the standard deviation is 8 minutes. What is the probability that a randomly selected senior high school students will complete the examination in less than 43 minutes? So that it seems reasonable that a senior high school student would finish the examination in less than 43 minutes. Okay, so para di mo malibog, do not focus yet on the last question. We will answer that once we finish the whole process. So first, again, the step 1 is what? It is to write the given. Okay, so write the given that you can find in the problem. So as you read it again, so the average time spent in a group of senior high school, so average, so that means that is our population mean. So what is our population mean? That is 46.2. And then we also have a standard deviation. Standard deviation is how much? It's 8. And next, what is the probability that a randomly selected senior high school students will complete the examination in less than 43 minutes? So what is that 43 minutes? So 43 minutes is our sample mean. Okay, so that is our sample mean. So what probability do we wish to find? Okay, so yun, what is the probability the senior high school complete the exam less than, okay, so mean less than 43 minutes. So how do we represent that? So that is probability of the sample mean less than 43 minutes. Okay? So, muna ato ang gipangita. So, we're done with step 1. Now, let's proceed with step 2. So, according to step 2, we're going to convert our sample mean into a standard score or z-score by choosing of which of these z formula that we're going to use. So, we have the first z formula and the second z formula. So, para ninyo, asa man diha nga z formula ang mas maayo natong gamiton based on our given. Okay? So, as you can see, observing the given, we only have the mean, the standard deviation, and the sample mean. So, which of these two formula ang naaning tulo? So, as you can see, ang atoang z formula first, mooy mas maayong gamiton in solving for number 1. So, therefore, we will use this first z formula. So, we will copy that. So, z is equal to sample mean minus population mean divided by the standard deviation. So, substitute. Okay, substitute. So, what is our sample mean? So, our sample mean is 43. Our population mean is 46.2 divided by our standard deviation, which is 8. So, using our calculator is 43 minus 46.2. So, this one is negative 3.2 divided by 8. So, therefore, our z-score is negative 3.2 divided by 8. So, the answer is negative 0.4. So, therefore, our z-score for the sample mean 43 is negative 0.4. So, for step 3 is we will graph. Okay, we will graph and draw according to the z-score. So, but first, we will write the probability that we wish to find. So, as you can see, probability of the sample mean is less than 43 is just equal to the probability of the z-score less than negative 0.4. Okay? Okay, again, ang 43 is just equal, that's why you should represent it like this. So, after that, we will draw the normal curve. So, in drawing the normal curve, we know that this one is 0. So, where is the negative 0.4? Is it to the left or to the right? So, as you all know, na siya diri. Okay, so this is negative 0.4. And you will write a bar to indicate that this part is the negative 0.4. And then we are talking about less than. So, which part is less than? Is it to the left of negative 0.4 or to the right? So, we know that it is to the left. So, kini nga area ang gusto natong pangitaon. Okay? So, to do that, how do we solve the area of this part? So, una na is we need first to find the area of this and also the area of that one. And you know, in the previous discussion, that the area from the 0 to the left is just equal to 0.5. So, how much ang ato ang area diri? So, that 0.4, we will locate it to our normal table. So, normal table, 0.4. So, it's here. So, 0.1154. So, this one here is 0.1554. So, to solve for this area, all you need to do is the probability of z is less than negative 0.4 is just equal to 0.5 minus this area. Okay? Again, 0.5 minus this area, you will get the shaded area. So, you will show that to your solution. 0.5 minus 0. How much is this? Minus 0.1554. So, what's the answer? So, using our calculators, we will minus it. Okay? Compare na. 0.5 minus 0.1554. So, the answer is 0.3446. Or, converting this into percentage, so this will become 34.8%. 46%. So therefore, our conclusion, okay, so this one is our probability. Muna niya ito ang probability. So how do we write the conclusion? Apa na siya conclusion? So you go back to the problem. Ang ipangita sa problem ha. So the problem, it says here, what is the probability that a randomly selected senior high school is kuhan? So this is our answer. So to compute that, so to show that, ato na siyang kopyahon. So let me copy first the probability. Okay. So I'm already done copying. So as you can see, so I just wrote the conclusion. This is based on the problem. So the probability that a randomly selected senior high school will complete the examination in less than 43 minutes is 30.446%, which is based from this. Okay, so wala siya. So these are the steps, okay, the 3 steps with the conclusion in solving for the probability of the sampling distribution. So but before that, before we finish out this example, so natin follow-up questions rin. So does it seem reasonable that a senior high school student would finish the examination in less than 43 minutes? So the answer for that is yes. Okay, why? Okay, so once the probability gani class is more than 1, then we can say that it is possible or it is reasonable. Pero if dili siya more than 1, like mag 0.5% siya, like less than 1 or mas gamay siya sa 1%, so our answer will be no. Okay, so meaning gamay siya og chance, less ihang probability, meaning no ang answer. Pero kung dako gani like above 1, then that is a yes. For your module, kuha na siya ka steps tanan. 6, I guess. Okay? So, para mapadali, so I summarize it into 3 steps with the conclusion. So, the first step is you're going to write the given and what probability you wish to find. The second step is you're going to convert our sample mean into a z-score. Okay? And for step 3, you're going to graph. Okay, but before graphing, you show first the relationship of the sample mean is just equal to the z-score nga inyong na solve sa step 2. So after graphing, the usual shading on how to find the area. So since after shading less than negative 0.41, so kining area ang gipangita. So to find that area, we know that 0 to the leftmost part of the normal curve kay 0.5 na siya. And we know that this area here, according to your normal curve table, okay, area diri. So to solve for this, 0.5 minus kini nga area. So that's why kung nang gipakita diri, so probability of z less than negative 0.4 is just equal to 0.5 minus 0.1154. Okay, which is, kung mo ni i-calculate, you will get 0.3446. Convert this to percent or 34.46. So after getting the probability, you will now write the conclusion based on the problem. So the probability that a randomly selected senior high school will complete the examination in less than 43 minutes is 34.46. Okay, now so let us now proceed to letter A. Okay, the same example, this is number 1 but letter A. So according to letter A problem, the same ba ni siya connected. Okay, so yung siya dre. If 50 randomly selected senior high school students take the examination, what is the probability that the mean time it takes the group to complete the test will be less than 43 minutes? So does it seem reasonable that the mean of the 50 senior high school students will be less than 43 minutes? So again, do not mind the last question. Okay, we will answer that after we undergo with the process. So first step again is step 1 is to find first the given. Okay, so what are the given that we can see in the problem? Again ha, these two problems are connected. Okay, so as you can see, ang unang mubungad na to diha kay kanang word nga 50. Kanang 50, what is that? 50 randomly selected senior high school students, meaning they are randomly selected. So therefore, that is our sample size. Okay? So next is we also have this 43. Ano sa mga 43? 43 is our sample mean. Okay? So what else? What else data do we have? So as you can see, related naman eh. So we know that our mean, population mean, based on the upper part problem is 46.2. And our standard deviation is how much? 8. So next is we're going to find what probability do we wish to find in this problem A. So we wish to find the probability of the group to complete the test in less than 43 minutes. So we wish to find the probability of the sample mean less than 43. For step 2, we are going to convert our sample mean into a standard score or our z-score. So to do that, we will decide first kung kinsa aning z formula ang atuang gamiton. So as you can see, nanay n. Okay, so mas appropriate nga gamiton na nato ang ikaduha nga z formula. So we will copy the z formula. So this is z is equal to sample mean minus population mean divided by population standard deviation divided by the square root of n. And substitute. So our sample mean is 43 minus 46.2 divided by the standard deviation is 8 divided by the square root of 50. Okay. So using our calculator, what is 43 minus 46.2? So the answer is negative 3.2 divided by, pila man ang 8 divided by the square root of 50. Okay, so you can manipulate your calculator. It should look like this. So suwat na siya tanan. So that is 1.1313708.499. Okay, suwat na tanan para closer ta sa answer. So after that, okay, therefore how much naman na itong z-score? So we will divide this. So divide, so negative 3.2 divided by 1.1313708.499. So the answer to that, since duha ra man ni ka decimal place ang atong gamiton para makagamit ta sa curve, so the answer is duha ra ka number after the decimal point. So negative 2.83. Therefore our z-score for sample mean 43 is negative 2.83. Okay, so next is step 3. Okay, we are going to graph the normal curve. So before that, let us show first the probability that we wish to find. So probability of the sample mean is less than 43 is equal to the probability of z less than, again, kini siya is equal ani. So that is negative 2.83. Okay, so our normal curve is now, okay, our normal curve is 0. Okay, so asa man dapit ang negative 2.83. Okay, so as you can see, naa na siya diri dapit. So this is negative 2.83. Dayon, less than. So asa dapit ang less than? So kini nga area. Yeah, to solve that, we know nga pila ni siya diri. This is 0.5. So we need to subtract 0.5 sa area diri para makabaluta kung pila ni siya diri nga area. So first is pila ni siya. So using your normal curve table, asa man ang 2.83. So 2.8 here, then move ka pa right to find 0.3. So kini siya. So this is 0.4977. So this is 0.4977. So to solve now for the probability, we have probability of z less than negative 2.83 is equal to 0.5 minus 0.4977. So using your calculator, 0.5 minus 0.4977. So the answer is 0.0023. So 0.0023. Converting this into percentage, we'll move the decimal place twice to the right. So this is 1, 2. So the answer is or 0.23%. So this is our probability. So for our conclusion, katong gipangita diri nga problem. So let me just copy it for what. Okay, so this is now our conclusion. So this one is based on the problem. So the probability that the mean time it takes the group to complete the test in less than 43 minutes is 0.23%, which is based from this. Okay, and since na ang share follow-up question, does it seem reasonable that the mean of 50 senior high school students could be less than 43 students? So sa akong giingon pa, if above 1 gani siya, yes, it is possible, it is reasonable. Pero below 1% gani siya, it is not possible. So as you can see, ato ang probability is just 0.23. So the answer is no. Okay, so let us now proceed to the last example for this video lesson. So second example goes like, an electrical company claims that the average life of the bulb it manufactures is 1,200 hours with a standard deviation of 250 hours. If a random sample of 100 bulbs is chosen, what is the probability that the sample mean will be between 1,150 hours and 1,250 hours? So again, the first step is to find the given. Okay, so or we will write our given. So based on the problem, our given there is the mean. So what is our mean? The average. So muna yung keyword. Kung say average, muna ito ang mean. So the mean is 1,200 hours. Our standard deviation is 250 hours. And then next is random sample. So meaning 100 is our n. Okay, so sample man siya, sample size. And then what is our sample mean? So as you can see, we have two sample means. We have 1,150 and we also have 1,250. Okay, so duha ka buok ang ato ang sample mean. So next is we will write what probability we wish to find example number 2. So it says there the probability of the sample mean between 1,150 and 1,250. We are going to find the probability of the sample mean that is greater than 1,150 but less than 1,250. So muna yato ang probability. So for step 2, we need to convert our sample mean into standard scores or z-score. Since duha man kabuk ang ato ang sample means, meaning kaduha pud ta mag-convert into standard scores. So kinisang 1,150 ang ato ang gamiton. But the question, unsa man ang ato ang gamiton nga formula? Okay. You can see mo ni ato ang z-score formulas. Okay? So asa man diha ang ato ang gamiton in converting our sample mean. So again, we will base it to our given. Ya atong given, we have the population mean, the standard deviation, and the sample size. So we can tell that the second z formula, we are going to use this to convert our sample mean into a standard score. So first is ang 1,150 usa. So we have z is equal to mean minus sample mean minus mu over na. So substitute. So we have 1,150 minus. Okay, so let's remove this. 1,150 minus 1,200 divided by 250 divided by the square root of 100. So using our calculator, pila man 1,150 minus 1,200. So we have negative 50 divided by pila man 250 divided by the square root of 100. So the answer is 25. So therefore our z-score for 1,150 is pila? Negative 50 divided by 25. So the answer is negative 2. Okay? Para na siya sa 1,150. We still need to convert 1,250 into a standard score. So, magkano po the formula is given. So, we have Z is equal to sample mean minus population mean divided by standard deviation divided by the square root of n. So, sample mean na 1,250 minus 1,200 divided by 250 divided by the square root of 100. So, in our calculator, pila man na siya? 1,250 minus 1,2. This is 50. So, 50 divided by, pila man ang 250 divided by the square root of 100. So, that is 25. So, therefore, our z-score for 1,250 is 50 divided by 25 is equal to 2. Okay? So, nanatay duha ka z-score. Since, duha man pod ka sample mean, ang gusto natong i-convert. So, for step 3, we're going to draw. But before we're going to draw, ato sang i-represent ang ato ang gustong ipangita nga probability by comparing the sample mean and the z-score nga atong nasolve. So this one is the probability of the sample mean greater than 1,150 but less than 1,250 is just equal to the probability of z less than greater than negative 2 but less than positive 2. Ano siya? And after, we will graph our normal curve. You know, this is 0. Asa man na ang negative 2? Asa na siya dapit? So, this is na adiri. This one is negative 2. How about positive 2? Na siya diri. So, make it a bar. Okay? Nya again ha, the problem is between. Okay? Between kuno nga to ang z. Meaning tunga-tunga. So, tunga-tunga. So, kini ang ato ang shidan. Kini. We wish to find the area of this region. Yeah, as you all know, the area from 0 to negative 2 or 0 to 2, pangitaan natin na siya sa normal curve table. So, 2. Where is 2? Total here. So, 2 raman siya. So, that is 0.4772. So, kini nga area is 0.472. Kini po nga area, since 2 man gyapon na siya, so the same ra siya. So, we have 0.4772. So, since between man siya, so all we need to do is a plus. Okay, so therefore, the probability of z greater than negative 2 but less than positive 2 is just equal to 0.4772 kining area dere plus negative 4772. So therefore, calculator 0.4772 plus 0.4772. So the answer is 0.95. How much? 9544. Or 95.44%. So, muna niya itong probability. So, for our conclusion, so, mabalik po ta dere, kung sa itong ipangita dere, so, you would just copy. Okay? So, let me copy. Okay? So, this is now our conclusion. So, di-copy rin ako ning last ng sentence. So, the probability that the sample mean will be between 1,150 hours and 1,250 hours is 95.44 hours. Okay? So that is step 1, step 2, step 3, and conclusion. Now it's your turn. So I want you to answer what's more, number 2, number 3, and number 4 in your activity booklet. Okay, that's it for today.